wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick it? Do you wanna suck it? Do you wanna lick it, suck it, touch it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Now, 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 now. Do you wanna suck it? Now, 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 now. Do you wanna lick it, suck it, touch it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now?
What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. Oh na na na. Imagine you close your eyes and open and everything around you is gone. Or what if you could go back in time? Would you choose me or your love would I withdrawn? What if I can give you all you need, but nothing in the world is guaranteed? Would you, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you love me? Would you, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you love me? Imagine you've got the power to change your world. Would you reserve a special place for me in your new world? Would I be that perfect choice? Would you listen to the voice inside your heart? Would you? Would you? What if I can give you all you need,
we got?
We got mod golems listed here, but mod golems are actually Tundra. Please, Val,
Oh, yeah, both
help
teams.
us switch this around because it's stupid. A Chicken Fighters is a
Radiant
high coast.
team pick.
So just so people are aware, Tundra is on the dire side
team pick.
for mod golems and high coast on the radiant side.
I'm pretty sure that is also is messing with Dota buff stuff as well, because you can only look at the Tundra or Mud Golems drafts, but not them combined.
Radiant Dire team.
Yes, it is, and it hopefully, eventually, well, it's almost Thursday, right? Almost Thursday, almost workday, will almost hopefully be fixed. We got our nice.
Other people have done better, right?
I mean, that's not a bad thing to do, right? They've not found anything that works yet.
I mean, they tried the Charlie IO 2 times in a row yesterday. Was that yesterday or against Liquid?
I mean, there was
that
some,
didn't work.
There was some respect for that. Look, Mud Golems banned it.
Yeah.
You know, they were showing some respect for the Charlie Eye, respect that Carl was not giving him.
They would have tried it again if they let them. They're just going to their second favorite strat, someone else did.
But yeah, I think Coddle, Ember, there's nothing really wrong with it. Unless you feel like there is a particular weakness that you can abuse with Coddle. Like OG tried to show with the Naga Siren. Mud Golem's going to go for Juggernaut real early, which is kind of what I prefer to be seeing from Skeeter. If he's not playing like the hard carry, give him Juggernaut or Ursa. Those are the 2 aggressive cores that I feel like he does the best.
But to pick him up this early, you like it? Because
I don't like the fact that they have doubled down on cores in their opener.
Void Spirit might be support.
It absolutely could be. You're definitely not wrong on that. But I value Void Spirit's support when it gives you an advantage in the draft. I don't value it as a straight up like if I think this is for Void Spirit already, I don't put a whole lot of value. Does that make sense?
I would agree with that. I mean, it's a little weird to pick Jug this early, but he has been a pretty consistent pick by other teams as well, so I think his value has moved up a slight amount, and maybe today's the day where he goes to first phase instead of second. It could also just be some strat that they have prepped here. It doesn't reveal that much about their lanes. I feel like Jug's going to lane well pretty much no matter what happens.
It does mean that for High Coast, we're going to see them focus their bans on all the supports, which is not something that we commonly see. So that's a little bit of a refreshing turn of events with the Crystal Maiden ban. I believe that's our second phase Crystal Maiden ban.
Very good Jug dual lane.
10 seconds.
That's all I wanted to say. All you got.
Totally agree. Very good supports to be able to lane with Juggernaut. I think both of those heroes that we see right now take a good advantage of like their natural mobility and way to get in. Takes value out of both Inkswell and then Aura because their constant mana usage. You know what I would have liked from Mud Golems better is we've seen an opener is Void Spirit OD because then I feel like okay, either one of those could be mid lane or it could be like a 3 OD with 4 Void Spirit where you've actually got some natural synergy in lane where the imprisonment sets up for the Remnant. I think there are certainly problems with that opener, but I would still feel a little bit better about it. One of the big things is I'm looking for is just more wave clear because it has been a topic of conversation.
5 seconds remaining.
And I think that's going to be something that Mud Golems are going to need to pick up on, especially since Coddle Ember, like you've got loads of that, right? Ember is able to freely split push lanes all the time. Coddle is one of the few 5 positions that feels super good about like solo defending his safe lane tower. Even Jakiro, it feels like you get pretty messy when it comes to trying to defend that tower. You're like, I'm going to nuke down one wave, and then they dove you and you're dead. Coddle is way stronger in that.
Dire team back.
Yeah, only hero that's even close to as good as maybe Trim Protector, but it's not nearly as safe or instant, so
yeah,
definitely feels safe to open it up right away. Other bans, Jug counters basically high single target physical damage, doesn't care about magic immunity. Both Troll and Ursa can deal with him, so pretty straightforward bans. The Doom one's a little surprising to me though.
Yeah, I mean,
5 seconds.
I guess on High Coast, 33 is the only one who would play the Doom, right? I don't know. Do they play it in other roles, a High Coast?
Dire team
Is it the ban feels a bit awkward because there is a chance the Void Spirit could be 33's hero anyway.
For Tundra, they have not, in the upper division DPC, they have not played Doom yet, but obviously they've only played 2 series.
Radiant team pick.
Maybe some scrim knowledge there, something like that. Could be very effective against a hero like Ember, obviously. Doesn't matter how many times you hit him with Choco Magic. He's not going to get his spells back until Doom.
Dire team
And then the Oracle pick to give him some counterplay to any setup from Ember or other initiate.
I'm fairly certain I remember 9. Was it 9 playing? It's one of the NA teams was playing Doom a while ago, but I could...
9 does like the sturdy ones. Like he likes Pango mid a lot as well.
Yeah, he was
weird heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
If I describe 9's playstyle, I feel like he is sort of a lane dominator. Like he likes the lane dominating matchups, and I think that's where I kind of agree with Owen in that like the mid lane matchup is pretty important. Who's going to be winning that one over? 4-minute power runes, especially going to be something to watch. And then he plays a lot of those mobile.
Maybe he can't really fit in because they've already got Jug in the carry, but I was going to say, does he play Morph? Because it would have been a pretty good Morph game against Shaker and Ember. But maybe having the Jug already sort of a little difficult.
Radiant
I don't know if they want to.
Radiant.
Maybe they can force Void Spirit into a 3, but
I think.
surprised.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, it's Charlie Lycan.
All right, so this is what Charlie's best hero, right?
Yeah.
It's a really good pick. There's not that much AoE on the Mudhelm side, so it's going to be pretty easy to run them down. Cogs is going to be a little annoying sometimes to have to, like, they can actually disrupt the fight a little bit, but it's a really solid time.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know if it's Chicken Fighters is one of those teams that
5
if they were successful, I would imagine them to be the shortest game time. Because I feel like they are the lineup that are going to tend for more snowbally push lineups, right? They're more likely to be doing core Bristleback or, you know, this Lycan that Charlie's so famous for. They're more likely to be picking a DK strategy or something like that. So if they are successful at it, I feel like they are the ones that are actually going to be ending games quickly.
Dire team back.
Is there any kind of offline hero that would still fit that high-paced game style that you are mentioning?
Well, I'm not fully aware of like what Chessie's hero pool is for offlaners, like more
I can tell you what he's played so far in the league. It's
okay, hit me with it.
Pugna, Bloodseeker, Mars, OD, Darkseer. 5 different heroes, 5 different games.
I see Darkseer being fine, right? You're going to be able to enable the Ember Spirit and the Lycan a bit more. Honestly, though, if I was Chicken Fighters, I'd be a little bit worried about. I don't know how strong you think this is, but if Mud Golems need to sort of do the Void Spirit as mid and then do the Clockwork as the 4, if they get 33 Bloodseeker for themselves as the last pick, you know, that Blood Right's cleaning up sort of push.
Oh, okay.
Puck.
So I was going to say Puck stands out to me, and here's why. I think Mud Golems could actually use a Puck because it's good control against the Lycan, and we've seen the phase shift attack actually do kind of good against dealing with some of these Lycan minions. They gotta get some really good AoE control because you are playing on Oracle. And let me just tell you, I hate this matchup. I hate playing Oracle against Lycan. It's so hard to play that hero against Lycan because he just runs his whole army at you. If you ever show anywhere on the map, he's gonna chase you down. One time I had to play against like Mason, who picked up a Shadow Blade on Lycan and hunted me down that way. It was terrible. All right, we have no control whatsoever out of that pick, but
Wave clear.
Wave clear.
Just kill him.
Just win the lane.
Yeah,
I mean,
easy.
I'll be honest. I mean, I think High Coast Esports lineup is it's better. I like it. This is good stuff. I mean, it's a Charlie Lycan lineup, and I don't see anything really wrong with the draft around it.
I agree with
The one negative, I think, is that Timber will lane pretty self-sufficiently against Lycan and does have some kill threat against him. So that'll allow Bauer to go do things in other places in the map. So that will free things up a little bit. So maybe they have some shots here. They can win that lane.
All right. Thank you so much, Pert. Cap, shots if they win their lane, shots for Tundra if they win their lanes, that is. But are you on board with saying that this last pick on the side of Tundra is not convincing you to sway their way.
Yeah, they have their 4 position is playing Clockwork, Fiber Clockwork. Is that it?
Seems so.
Yeah. Okay. And he's going to be roaming into an Ember Spirit, Void Spirit lane. Like, I don't feel like he's going to have super great opportunities to be very impactful. He's got a Puck that he's matched up against in the safe lane, so that's another hero you're not really able to put pressure on. The self-sufficiency of the Timbersaw is great when I feel like my 4 position is able to make big moves and really disrupt other cores' farms, but I'm not convinced. I think I overall just like the big picture of High Coast lineup that is going to be taking towers. I feel like their team fight's strong. I think it was a good Lycan game.
Good Lycan game, Owen.
Yeah, and it's hard. I do, as I said, I do like what High Coast has done, but now just thinking about it, I'm just sort of saying, do I see a future where this Timbersaw is just never going to die? And I feel I've seen them with it before, and it gets to the point where this Timber's just not going to die. I think that they'll be fine, actually. I think Tundra will take this game. I think the Timbersaw pick is not going to die. I think 0 or 1 deaths by the end of the game. Let's go.
All right, let's see if 33 can make Owen's prediction true. Let's find out what's going to happen in this first game then with Moxie and Fog.
Well, that's big talk here, Fog, coming from Owen, saying this Timber is not going to die, or if he does, he only dies once. What do you think about this? Is Timber really that unkillable, or is Owen just being very, very optimistic? No one left.
If he gets off to a good start, I feel like this is a pretty solid Timber game for sure. They have a lot of very predicted damage. So it's like these spells that are just going to hit, and that's the damage, right? Like, we always talk about this where it's just, where items change some heroes, and this one, it's going to change later on, but the early damage, it's very predictable. Coddle Blast, Earthshaker Stun, Puck Spells. The hood for this Timbersaw is going to make him pretty damn immortal. So we'll see how these lanes, the matchups actually end up being, as we're going to see some dodging, as the panel is mentioning. And in particular, I think High Coast is going to be looking for that matchup, you know, dodging the Lycan away from the Timber.
30 seconds to battle.
They're playing very defensively over here by this rune spot. They're all grouped up and trying to just get any information possible by sending out the wolves. But over on that low ground, you have the side of Muggolems approaching here.
Zip it.
They to run a little bit more, but he is going to get rooted in place. There's the spin, and that's going to be our first blood. Very nice. That's going to just jump away here. A slippery fellow, that Puck.
They're going to get all 4 bounty runes.
Begins.
That is not the way you want to game for sure.
No, definitely not. Not with a very snowball-y kind of draft when you are playing with this Lycan. Don't want to be playing at that deficit. And let's see, that lane matchup, Timber is going to run toward bottom, and it's going to be Void Spirit versus Lycan. So Charlie will be pretty happy. And they're going to have the Ember and the Coddle down there versus that big pressure lane, which is very ideal for them. This is actually quite nice setup. Chessie, cute little orb to make sure that he can keep blocking the offlane. And they're going to fissure block it too.
Very nice here. Equalize those lanes a little bit more, put it more in the favor. Yeah, so got Charlie facing up against Mike here in the mid lane. Sure.
Not for you.
Yeah, he'll be able to get much better, like, uncontested farm as it's like. And not saying that he's going to shut down the Void Spirit by any means. 9 is going to free farm, but Timber isn't going to bully him out of the lane. What would happen if he was bottom? I think Viber already start to pull waves, and also him does get the block pull. Viber, and oh look, the bounty's still there.
Yeah. Well, they get the other one too. Just for good measure. There we go, all of them. They were getting too comfy. They're like, oh yeah, someone will grab that, I'm sure. And they just totally forgot. Man, imagine being on top of the world like that, Fog, where you could afford to forget to grab a bounty rune.
Tonight.
In mid, 9 has killed 3 wolves so far. And he's trying to go for another one. He's gonna get, I mean, a 4th wolf. That's very significant in mid. You see he's already got a decent the moment.
Wolf has been killed by the enemy team.
I only said 1. I swear I saw 2 die because he killed the initial one too, but bottom 33. This lane he has to be a little cautious in the first few levels because it's so much harass and magic damage.
Yeah, the Coddle Blast definitely does not feel great. You are a Timbersaw and you just want people to go and whoop you. Viber though making a little bit of moves here, just gonna harass the battery assault. Dry on those. Yeah. Pretty quiet game though otherwise. After that first blood, feels like everyone's just playing pretty cautiously. Granted, it is difficult to, you know, go and hold down a
shouldn't get caught. Ember Spirit's not gonna get threat. Lycan shouldn't. Yeah, this is looking to be like a pretty stale start here. Heater's gonna start getting hit by Chesky a lot. Top maybe the safe lane can get punished, but they can't kill Puck or Earthshaker. Fissure can just put them out, and for the most part, Era shouldn't actually be playing in.
I have a feeling that once we get those level 6 online for the man, I mean, it's tough, right, though? Because, you know, you want to see this Void Spirit start to get pretty active. You want to see 9 start to make these rotations, but if he leaves the lane, Charlie is just going to be chomping away over at that tower, too.
Yeah, maybe the 4-minute runes could look to kick something off. There are some big things that Biver can make happen. He does have some, you know, if he finds the Earthshaker, if he finds the position that can get people in spots, he does find Three in a second.
Need a little bit more damage to take him down, though, so just a good, healthy amount of harassment going on in that bottom lane.
Seeing those bounties having their effect already. A 1k gold lead for the side of Tundra.
Feels nice, Peter, here in the top lane, just putting harass on the chest. But again, it's a puck. What are you gonna do? You know, you really do need Fats to be there, and even then, you have to just already have chunked away at some damage on him. Of course, with an Oracle, once they reach that level 3, the kill potential definitely goes up with the points of the Purifying Flames.
Still just gonna be, it's gonna require like a misplay from Chad for them committing. Actually get that set up though, as Fada think about denying his own ward. He's actually just gonna pressure Era, and there's that nuke. Still only that level 1.
Got a Hatred that just got picked up on the Void Spirit as well. Surprised that he didn't opt to try to make something happen, but perhaps just too worried. Wants to stay over here in the mid lane and get that farm going on. Get a bit of damage, but again, it's just a lot of pokes and prods right now in this early bit of the game.
Yeah. Charlie's done a great job. So 11 denies. He's doing great versus 9 right now, getting all. And he's actually been committing his wolves constantly. Like right when the wolf is about to die, he gets a nice piece of 9, but 9 now with this haste.
Yeah, trying to do some body blocking. I don't think he has quite enough damage though, and he's sitting a little low himself. Let's have another bottle charge.
Let's have his nukes coming up in 5. I might go for Charlie.
Yep, it's definitely going in for Charlie here, but does he have enough? Oh, he needs maybe one more hit. He's gonna go for the dive. One more hit, sorry. Teleport coming out. This is not looking great because you have a rotation here from Era. Charlie trying to juke around in the trees. He's hunting. He's not gonna be able to find him though. The Mango gets to use nice fissure from Era. Will actually protect Charlie as he throws out another Aether from the Charlie. No, he's off to the side. They need a little bit more damage, and he's just chasing him down, trying to get the final hit off. The Illuminate comes out now from Zibe. He's made his own rotation, trying to protect him, and it looks like these supports have done their job. They played the bodyguard. They protected President Charlie here in this mid lane.
Did force the 2 rotations though. He did make them move the whole way over. Now they're gonna have to adjust and make their move back. So nice aggressive play by 9.
My blade is swifter.
Radiant's middle tower.
And let's see if they can capitalize on it at all, because both supports left. Are they actually gonna look to make any move? Top is still very hard, and I mean even Killing Supreme is still a little bit tough, so not gonna be the case. And the supports will stick around mid to guarantee that they can block that rune as 9.
Decent chunk of damage from that Illuminate.
And they have the catapult. They've taken out the dire side catapult, so they're actually gonna have to rotate the clockwork mid to help 9 from the siege. Tower taking a lot of damage.
Force them back a bit, but like I said, forcing rotations out as well, so leaving that bottom lane pretty open 1v1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Does not feel too bad about that.
33 just hit 6 though. He's gonna start threatening now. Supreme's not gonna give him any lane as the catapult. What the heck? Okay, the bottom catapult just passed the whole creep wave to just die to the tower. That was. I've seen that lately, but
that's a catapult that has seen too much of the former year and decided that 2021 wasn't gonna make it any better.
I mean, that actually hurts quite a bit. Like 33's level 6, so that's his time where he can threaten the tower with this catapult, and for some reason it just charges the tower and dies. Okay, well. That'll give a nice bit of space here for High Coast to make moves around, send the Ember toward mid, as, yeah, this bottom point is now negated because of that.
I wonder why that is. Is it just like an aggro thing, or?
It's a weird aggro thing where if like a hero gets hit by something, the catapult takes priority. I've seen it a bunch of times happen in mid. I haven't seen it happen so much in like the side lanes.
Denied.
I mean, these type of small things, they do hurt a bit, but we do see Tundra still up to 2k lead. These 3 lanes are going really well for them. They have shut down the Ember significantly bottom.
going and placing down one of those sentry wards, keeping tabs on the like and making sure he's not comfortable and that they know exactly what his progression is. I do like Zippy though, he's down in the bottom lane. He's going to be able to keep them off the tower for the most part unless they go for a bit of a dive. Benefits, as BSJ said earlier, is that you definitely want to have these supports that can shove out.
They're hunting for him. They know that he's going to be down here. Viper's on the prowl. Okay.
Didn't find him just yet.
He knows. Viper's he's
That's
the tree cut.
Looks like it's just you.
Ooh. Battery assault comes out. Zippy's having to run for his life now. Top lane, they managed to take down Era using Beyond these flash, but bottom lane, Zippy just running for his life here. And it looks like they'll be kind and generous and decide that he's not worth it. But you have more going on over here at the rune spot as Fata forced use the Purifying Flames, trying to stay alive just a little bit longer. It looks like they don't have enough damage. Nine coming forward, gets the kill on the courier. Being held in place, but top lane, they will end up losing the tower there. A lot of moves going on around the map, all simultaneously around this 8.5 minute mark.
Is under attack.
Nice deny though from 33, and he also kills at least one of the book 1 summons, so more gold for them. See, 2k gold in, continue to grow. See what Chessie makes happen is he does have coil available. Gotta maybe bail out Jimbe as they're gonna go on Viper.
Not gonna happen. Goldman plays the Dream Coil throughout the Illuminate. A couple of these little clicks. You have to be a bit careful. Era making his own rotation here. Should be able to help get this kill. Venom comes out. Chessie on the hunt. Over on the side, though, Supreme has managed to find the jug. Silence comes out, and eventually the puck will pop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They chased for a long time. Gives some time for Tundra to set up, get some decent damage on mid, and also look at 33. He's dragged the top wave. He's bringing it to the mid to pressure that, as well as push top with this. Nice move by Timber.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We're gonna have a scrimmage in the middle lane. Reaching very low, the Purifying Flames coming out, and they'll take out Supreme.
Pretty big slip up by him there too. Just very far forward versus Oracle. That Void Spirit, not expecting to get taken out. Just more damage than I think he expected coming. Tower pressure.
Yeah, huge rotation for the mid lane right now. They can really help too. You know, spam out a couple of these Illuminates, but 9 and 33 don't seem like they're eager to leave at any moment. Teleports are coming out as well. 32's courier does get murdered during all of this as the Supreme's back in the mid lane. There's a place. Supreme can himself out. He's got the chakra. The jump in here from the top. Gets another remnant going towards their tree, taking too much magic damage though. He is going to go down here as now it looks like the Void Spirit. He had the Aether Remnant up, but he will fall to Charlie. Just like that, that mid push is over with big rotation.
Killing the Hood. He had Hood, potentially is able to tank a lot more, maybe get even a return kill, but they kill the Hood, they get a nice double kill on the board, and now they can continue to look the pressure and maybe even take out Vada up top. He's saving the chains. Yeah, they should be able to get this.
Just waiting to make sure he can't burst him off easily. He's gonna be able to do it. He has his own ultimate as well, but I think he's gonna end up taking just too much damage with that slight coming out, and Supreme just chasing him down, giving a couple more clicks and whatnot.
He's healthy.
No, gonna be fine.
He's looking to turn. He's got double nukes.
Dire's middle tower is under
They've got the Void Spirit rotation.
Hookshot comes in over onto the mid lane though. This Toggle not looking as lucky. Zippy trying. This line up with the chakram is too much. Top lane now. They turned right back around over onto Supreme now that they have the Void Spirit joining in, but aren't going to be able to go and collect that kill. Not yet.
Radiant's middle
tower
tower
being
is under
pressured.
attack.
Like it's gonna go down here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The fact that they're the ones taking the towers says a lot. When they're playing versus like in the early game draft, and they're the ones already starting to do this with 33, it's definitely a bit of a problem here. They were dry coast.
I mean, this is exactly what they were talking about during the draft. Right? The fact that 30 he has a very comfortable lane. He starts to pop off. He starts making all this space. Granted, you know, they did manage to take down his sort of Defiance, but still hasn't had too much difficulty even not having those components right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come out, and he has another 1,300 gold to boot on top of it, so
Radiant's
he's playing. He understands how strong he really is right now. And the Hood's going to come, and we'll see what the secondary choice of item is. It'd be a Lotus or a Eul's, probably one of those two.
I like the idea of the Lotus.
Radiant's
always good versus Ember Spirit for your team to be able to protect them
Radiant's
from the chains.
bottom tower is under attack.
He's queued up the Eul's. I think he might still switch because you can get countered versus the Lycan book.
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
mean,
is
either
under
way, it's
attack.
still a valuable item. It's going to make him pretty much. The other one is more of a. It's not the type that
Radiant's
helps your team out a
bottom
little.
tower has fallen.
Yep, another tower going for the wave Tundra. Almost all 3 tier 1s.
Now, I thought the whole point of this high coast draft that we're looking at was supposed to be, you know, get a lot of momentum going and start running them over, and it feels like that has not happened really at all. What do they need to do now, Fogged? Because it feels like, you know, with all these losses to the towers, the fact that this Timber Claw is
Radiant's
getting bigger and
bottom
bigger,
tower is under attack.
it feels a little scary for them.
I want Charlie to just pick up the pace and look for these constant fights. They have some great team fighting with their draft, but they're getting picked off a little bit here when they are.
Oh, the hook shot from Biver will be able to go. Collective versus Zippy, and they just realized that Stream's over here too. They have any more catch though, so it's gonna walk away.
I think they have to wait for these next 2 big items. Chester's Blink Dagger is about to be done. The Book 3 is about to be done on Charlie, and I think then they can really look to start gunning down and looking for these fights. Because like we said, you know, Coil, they have Earthshaker ult as well. They have a lot of different things to throw in. While the Dire side, they don't really have that straight team fight. They just have these heroes that can push lanes and get the farm and be pretty unkillable with the Jug Timber.
Right. Everyone's just hanging back now, like you said. They're probably just waiting for those next items. Blink Dagger picked up though. Pretty big deal. Orchid's completed now for Void Spirit. The Necro Book. Level completed. Like
You have been denied.
Very nice timing for this Orchid. This can trip things up a lot. So both teams are going to look to actually smoke up and look for the engagement. Jesse, he may have the blink. He just has to watch to make sure that he hits the initiation from kind of tree line or from the fog or from a smoke or something like that, so he doesn't get instantly orchided.
pretty much one of the main sources of initiation here for the side of High Coast. Looking at Chicken Fighters keeps throwing me off.
I know, I'm doing both names, right? We have Tundra and, well, Mud Golems and Chicken Fighters, but
Yeah. Not really. Cream on the bottom lane, though, is taking a little bit of harass here. Held into place. Here comes the rest of the team, though. Fada just getting nibbled at here by all of these summons. Of course, he used his own ult to run away. TP out. DreamLeague's going to get used as over here on the side. Goes against the Echo Slam over here. Doesn't really do that much, though, against the Timber Claw. He's pretty powerful. His follow stuff, though. Turn back around. They've got a lot of damage over here onto this puck. We're on the backside. Viber and Era kind of duking it out. Era's not looking too healthy, though. He's going to be taken down. As the rest of the side of High Coast teams just want to walk away now.
That shows a big problem. Where they show up with all their big timings, they only get the aura code. She has to actually coil him to make sure he does die, but now 9.
Got the Orchids. Good for those remnants, though, coming out from Supreme. 9, they're just going to be able to go right down into low ground. Doesn't matter, they have that vision. So 9 will die to this light.
Okay, there we go. They do get the secondary kill. Decent, but we're definitely seeing a bit of problems where when 33 shows up, he actually went for Vanguard, and now he's going to go for Eternal Shroud. He's switching the build up a little bit. Vanguard, very valuable versus all those summons. Holds his ground, and they can't actually push a tower. Now, they didn't even touch that tower bottom, getting a couple kills.
Yeah, that's definitely worrisome, the fact that, you know, they thought that they would have a better engagement than what they had, but didn't get as much as they would have liked, and they definitely didn't end up getting objectives. Not great the way that they need to be playing this, for sure. Look at 33. He just does not care. He's just sitting in the middle of all these creeps, racking up that reactive armor. No cares in the world with this boy right now.
He's got Eternal Shroud too, so it's like he can just convert all the damage he takes into mana too. This is very unkillable Timber. He did die the once though. So someone, I mean, wait, who said on the panel he wouldn't die?
That was Owen. He said 0 to 1 times though, so he's still technically within his predictions.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that nobody made any like crazy outlandish predictions like Kyle did the other.
No. I think Kyle's done with betting on any lower division or any tier, anything pretty much. Maybe.
I don't know. You say that, but
maybe.
We say that Kyle has learned his lesson a couple times, but it doesn't always work out. Grap and C though here, 9 is running away with this net worth and having a difficult time. It just feels like it's only 16 minutes in, but it definitely feels like the Tundra Mud Golems are, you know, firmly in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, I think they can play this very just relaxed, kind of just sit back and force the hands of High Coast, where it feels like High Coast, they have to use their ultimates as best as possible to continue trying to pressure the map. But wherever 33 sees that pressure coming, he's gonna park himself in front of it. Like he's not gonna die unless he's literally, even if he's completely alone, it's looking pretty tough to even bring him down.
Now, see, if you were a capitalist, you would have just cursed him completely. Point where, you know, definitely die multiple times and maybe even lose disconnect. You'd have a disconnect.
I mean, that might happen. But I think that's the only way he might just die.
Could be. Man, Chesty, I like the green screen setup on him. I like the fact that he looks like he's playing outdoors. Nice warm sunshine that doesn't exist in Sweden right now.
That is pretty cute, actually. I like it.
Not as cute as cat cams, though. More cat cams, please, Fog.
I don't know where he is, actually. Where he went. He's been sleeping all morning. He was bugging me last game, trying to make me play with him. All right, we're getting ready.
We're ready to go, so let's
Battle Fury!
See how they weather the storm of 33.
Big storm, and it's only getting bigger. Now looking at the net worth, 8.7k currently. Eater here. 5 on the Timber and 7.1 on Void Spirit. Puck is the next highest coming out from the side of High Coast. It's unfortunate because it doesn't feel like he's able to do a whole heck of a lot. And as we say that, he immediately gets silenced up, dragged up in the box, and he's just dead. Nothing that can be done about that. Charlie joining into the fight here, but they just teleport out.
Yeah, 9 just jumps into the tree line, and he'll be on his way out. They do lose that ops ward that was scouting out Chesty. A very nice one.
God, look at 33. Look at this guy.
He doesn't care.
Pokes right back at Supreme, says, oh, that's really cute.
I mean, he just actually walks up to Supreme and he's like, oh, you have Flame Guard on? Thank you so much. Pops his Eternal Crown, gets all his mana back, and then walks away. I love that item.
Feel really strong, especially on Bristleback. I'm seeing that a lot.
Yeah. And he's gonna commit for the Crimson Guard. So versus all these minions to protect his team, you know, you can only dispel 1 or 2 off with the Necro Book. So yeah, the block is gonna be very significant. We do see the Blink finished up on Era. So more team fight, as we said, on the side of High Coast. But I mean, Peter's just chilling. He's getting the, it's all building in that trio. He's got the Maelstrom, he's got the Ags, and now he's going for the Shard. So he always have that spin for
Radiant's
power.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the space in the world. They haven't been able to pressure him at all. And that's a huge concern, because he's just running away with the net worth. Now, look at Charlie, 7.6k versus 9.4 over here on the stuff.
I don't see myself now.
Do manage to take down Fada, but this just opens the door here for them to go and take Roach. They don't have to worry about the Earthshaker now. They don't have that pressure there. Although they are rotating. You know that they're in there, so you have to be a bit careful. And we do have the Echo Slam still available. Helped up. Force on Pit, sitting fairly low. Again, 33, very, very tanky. Doesn't seem to mind to be, held into place right now. Has the Eternal Shroud. But sort of a pick-off. What do you think, Fog?
It's too scary. 33 just is reading all of it. He's just walking around. They can't make the moves. I think this is the 3rd smoke I've seen from High Coast. And Era's gonna be the one.
Oh, Era's the big target. They can grab him, but he blinks out. Quick shot in. Viper doesn't find anything here.
What a waste.
Over eager. Big fissure. Fasa throwing his ultimate on himself. Push back over here onto Chesky, and they are held into place. They need to get. Oh, there it is. The jump over onto the back. They're just delta splitting though. They do manage to take down Viper, so they find something. 33 though, coming from behind. Chesty jumping forward. Looks like he's going to be able to get enough damage off over onto 9. 9 next to Paul Peter here. Does have the Omni Slap, trying to get some good life bounces. Have be unsuccessful here as 33 just poking. Chesty also though, trying to find an opening. 33 looking at Stream.
They're just dancing on them. Chesty as well as Supreme. The lack of stuns. 33 will be left behind in front of all 5 heroes. They don't want to challenge him. Great charge forward by High Coast, using these ultimates pretty much perfectly. And just this surround. I think Cap was the one in the panel who did talk about the Lycan book just completely surrounding that Oracle, making it really hard for him to fight.
So that's like the 2nd time I think that this false promise placed on himself. once in the top lane and then again after that fight. Because they are targeting. They do realize that that is the boy that they need to take down. He's the one with saves all the
Bounty.
ability of keeping people alive.
Chessie.
I gotta get out of here. Heals completed for 9 though, and as the production was showing us earlier, they are looking at flamethrower soon. But
Oh, okay, cool. I've seen this one a couple times now.
how do you feel about it?
I think I don't know. I mean, it slow is nice. It gives you more catch, which they're lacking. Sure.
Is there something that you'd rather him pick up instead of the flamethrower, or?
No, I mean, it's fun. It's perfectly fun. Not really much space he has anyway for it. Takes some time. It will be over fine to bring down bottom.
Be running for his life down here. To have that force down to 33 is relentless, and he's about to go and kill the Coddle. Very strange. I feel like we haven't seen like a full dedicated team fight yet. It's been a lot of pickoffs, a lot of skirmishes, a lot of 33 just, you know, in the middle of everything, not caring.
That's tough for them to get like everything just together, because like you said, they dealt a split, especially when the last fight was off. Like Era still has his Echo Slam over because he couldn't see an opportunity to get it.
I wonder if
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
that they're making the moves on Charlie, and then caged up this wolf right here, yo-yoing right through, and down goes the Lycan. Does manage to get taken down though. They managed to go take out Fiverr, but I think, yeah, look at that Necronomicon damage. Oof.
Poor Viper. 33 kills in a good move is fine, but you know, of course, it's just a clockwork and like battery salters. Rocket ended up blast hitting it. Unfortunate for him.
I feel like this is like kind of the only plan that they can do currently, because you're not going to be able to do enough damage to 30. The other guys are very elusive. You know, the Juggernaut and the Void Spirit. So you kind of have to go after these supports every time, but it doesn't feel super great, does it?
No, but it feels like that. It feels a little bit like that for both sides, especially when Charlie does have his ult up. Like they're catching up both sides.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ember Clock very elusive. Charlie's mostly only been fighting with his shit, typically just too speedy and elusive as well.
Not if they get that hook shot off and they cage him up. Flamethrower is online though now for Timber Saw, so I'm interested to see how that's gonna work. Is this the first time we've seen this in a professional match?
No, we saw it the other day when we had a Timber as well. They went for it later on. Looks like they're setting up the pocket to fight things.
There's that flamethrower. They'll go and hold the Timber into place. It's not a lot of damage, but he seems to be healing pretty well. It's gonna take a lot to take down this Timber Saw, and eventually they take down 33, but boy, do they need a lot to do it, as the rest of the side now over here on Tundra, they're gonna back off. They've got a smoke. Decide to step a little bit too far. They're definitely ready for them, despite the fact they don't have their Timber.
Fada had he was actually close to getting the save off. He has a blink dagger on the Oracle. So a couple, like even one more second, he gets the blink and the false promise, and they can maybe look to re-engage the fight. But good grab. That's the puck ult as well as the shapeshift. So see if they look to fight back when they do have the respawn, at least from the Timber Saw shortly. And they're still smoked, so they still can look to catch any heroes that do step up on the front line. 9 with his Orchid, and now with his Yules, he can play a lot. He can play a lot riskier. He has a counterplay to just getting rooted or leashed up by the puck / Ember.
It feels like a lot of the times, though, he's actually using very aggressively in a lot of these. So maybe just, you know, the fact that he has spots nearby allows him to be more aggressive, or?
I think he has to save it for the silences and the coils from now on.
Eternal Shroud also being more than Jug.
Oh.
That sounds very surprised for me as Pug. I'm very surprised.
I just noticed he had a hood.
That.
I didn't even notice he got the hood before, but I mean, it is 4 pretty much entirely magic damage heroes in a way. I mean, Ember is a little bit of mixed, but okay.
Seeing a lot of really different builds. I'm liking it, right? Because we saw the other day with mid 1, he went with Travel and the Midas, which everyone was kind of surprised about. But this one in particular, like you said, it's a lot of magic damage on the board.
Yeah, I mean, if once he gets the Eternal Shroud to a little mana, so he doesn't get the mana burn and stuff. I mean, this.
Ooh, hook shot. It'll be able to go and drag back over to this Ember Stream as Absolutely toast here.
And he commits. He buys the Eternal Shroud, so okay. So it also the Magic like this too, right? So when he's spinning to win with his fail comes in, and now he's got the shard and he's got the Fury DPS. Okay, I mean, he's gonna be life stealing a lot in the midst of everything. And he already has the damage, so
A little nervous right now because there is the Echo Slam up. Puck gets dragged in over on the corner here. Charlie making a rebound out. Charlie looking for this opening. There's a nice Dream Coil over on the other side. Nine here, gonna turn back around, drag back over on Charlie. Gets off a nice couple of these hits. Is it gonna be enough to take out Charlie? Yes, it is. Down goes the Lycan. As the rest of the supports now forced to run away. Turn a hook shot. I'm not sure if they accidentally ran into each other here. Jesse needs to be careful. Or does have the blank. Pogo, they bring Supreme back into the fight. I'm not sure he wants to be here though, with Flash coming out. A decent chunk of damage here. He's gonna try to slide around back on the other side. Trying to hold this puck into place. Tessie very, very hard to get his hands on, but they do have the use. They have the ace around it, and eventually they do manage to slay it. As Nine now over on this other side. He's gonna be chasing after Supreme, who's already popped that BKB. Managing to root Nine into place. They need a couple more hits for damage here, and they're not gonna be able to quite do it as they manage to take down 33 Supreme. Running for his life. Nine needs to be careful. He took a lot of damage there, almost went down himself. And now Zibby is being chased after as well. They've used the rocket, they have vision. And hunting hook shot just a little bit off the mark though. Shot in the dark, but that should secure them this Roche.
Era almost got a 5-man down. Nine actually gets the Astro Gun against the Orchid on the it was going to be all 5 heroes stacked up perfectly inside that little window. The voice turned it. Yeah, I can't high ground and just use their ultimates not together in synergy. Era, again, not being able to find an opportunity for Echo Slam until the very ends of the fight, just because of how it all got split up.
That is something that Tundra does very well, is being able to split up these fights, especially when you have heroes that are ducking around so much, like a Clockwork, like the Void Spirit. It's very difficult to pin them into place unless you get that perfect Dream Coil, and you have to be right on the money right away.
Also, the flamethrower did decent work. That last fight. The debuff lingering is actually pretty cool. It lasts for 3 seconds afterwards. You stay burning. So it makes this chase just so much easier for him to stick on targets, and it makes him do, of course, a lot more damage.
Net worth lead at 27 minutes in. I'm sure they're looking at all these useful items that they can grab. Get a nice bonus pick off on Zibby and his courier. And your little dog too, so to speak.
Game is getting pretty out of hand. This is for the last like 10 minutes or so. It's not the place that High Coast wants to be in the game. They want to be the ones at the driver's seat. They want to be the ones actually committing, getting that roast, getting these towers. But they just can't. And now, just like it, in a way, he's almost fully countered by this Juggernaut. He just walks in, he gets Omni Slash every single time, and the rest of his heroes are too frail to be able to share it with him by any means.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Gotta look to go again, Chessie.
Radiant's middle tower.
On the back lines, they managed to go and find Poppy. It's held into place. She uses a little bit on the self alive a little bit longer, so they can fight Tessie though on the back line. This is not looking good for them. Three pops with the BKB. They get a couple nice flashes here, but not quite enough. The fire does go down. They take down Tessie. The man's going to get the Echo Slam, but there's just so much damage coming up. They go. They burn down the age of 33. He's finally sitting low. Are they going to be able to finally get this? No, he's still alive and kicking his Charlie. Next to fall. Trying to run away. Skeeter just spin into one over here. He's hoping that maybe he can get a denial. It's not going to be enough. Those two creeps are not going to help. Look at Zibby. He's just trying to go and deny the tower because there's really nothing else that he can do. Sponsor throws out the tip. Be careful because Nine, I'm sure, would love for him to get just a little bit too close to that edge and let them clean him up.
So close to them killing 33. They get the Aegis, which are nice spells, all landing together, but this is the deficit that's really kicking off here. Just how much more gold is, how much tanker they all are in Skeeter. Actually, this build actually is working pretty well. The Eternal Shroud there, we did see it coming into favor, and it all synergizes really well with the build.
Definitely interesting to watch during this patch on the different items and how they can be applied. That's not something I considered at all, that Eternal. Coming to a pub near you guys.
In this game in particular too, it's all about like if he dies during that initial jump, this just helps him so much with the Oracle behind too. So all working out for them. The big items being delivered. Kaya Sage for the Timber, and I believe a Sanjay Yasha for
Everybody's getting scored. Cool thing to do. Careful though, they are grouped up nearby and they find 33. That's not the person that they want. Too difficult to take down. Their own movements coming out from this. Scouting though.
I had such plans.
Fights are just getting harder though. Nine has a full Aghanims now too on top.
Oh, here Dream Coil. Save coming out again from Kata. Keeping him alive a little bit longer here. Throws out the Aether Remnant. Drives back over here onto Charlie. What's going on? City's getting chased over by 30 Fins. Looking like a dead Fata. Granted, he already got most of his spells off. He did his job here. Now, Peter looking for this opening. Trying to man fight here with Charlie and the rest of his circus. And drawing Charlie back. As 33 is just doing his own thing over here on the side. There's a whole other fight going down. Charlie, though, being chased after by 9. He will eventually pop.
Your time
The end of this Lycan, but we're looking for this opening. 33 not going to be able to go get a kill on the Coddle. It's down plenty of those trees. 9, he wants it so bad. Look at this. He's trying to race over there. As the steps goes forward with the Orchid, and just like that, down goes Supreme.
Yeah, these fights just last way too long now for the side of High Coast. Whenever these fights do kick off too long, the shape ended, and they weren't able to get chase any of these big kills. They only were able to find pot of it. They need to pretty much insta-kill these heroes. That's why I feel like this Eternal Shroud has value on the Jug, and we're just seeing Tundra really take over from the 9. He'll be able to scurry away from Chesney.
He's thinking about it though. Look at him. Got the blink ready. Hoping he gets lucky with the orb here.
He's got Coil on too, but
just chasing for too long at this point. Candy kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feels like he wants to try to make something happen here. Puck is very difficult to hold in place when you're just a Bloodborne. Alright, well. What is the moves now for the side of High Coast? Fights get
Dire structures.
more and more difficult. They've been torn up on the creek too. Oh, Chesney, they want this kill. Viper looking for this opening. Yules is going to come out. 33's here though. Go and hope to get the kill. Dream now a little bit too far forward. Granted, they don't have any real ways. Oh, never mind. They have the Aether Remnant. They're going to be able to draw the Ember right back in again. They were looking for him though. A little bit more damage. He's going to have to bottle. Look at 33. He wants to still with the BKB. He's gone maybe just a little bit too far here. Dream going forward yet again. Eric gets immediately just blown up. Puck's buying back. Tessie wanting to be a part of this. They want to punish this. They go pretty far. And again, they have a nice throw. The man to go and snap it as well. But what can Charlie do? He tried to go back in, but he can't do anything because of this way too much damage, too much lockdown. Down goes Charlie. No buyback. They just called it GG. They've had enough.
yeah, this is looking very over. The whole ride is dictating the entire pace of the game. For most people, when you're playing with Lycan, every single time you want to be the one leading the game. This started to fall apart too quickly, and this Timbersaw pick, I feel like it was this massive thorn in their side. 33 just shows up and just pushes and forces all these lanes in, and just always puts Tundra in a good opportunity to find these fights. And
The battle begins.
wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick it? Do you wanna suck it?
Radiant's
Do you
middle
wanna lick
tower
it?
is
Suck
under
it? Touch
attack.
it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick it? Do you wanna lick it? Do you wanna suck it? Do you wanna lick it? Suck it? Touch it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Do you wanna lick it? Do you wanna suck it?
Radiant's top tower is under
Do you wanna lick it? Suck it? Touch it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now? Now. Do you wanna suck it? Now. Do you wanna lick it? Suck it? Touch it? Do you wanna lick my ice cream now?
is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. What would you do? Oh na na na, oh na na na. Oh na na na.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
More fuel for my fire.
without
10
spending too much
seconds
money to
remaining.
commit like a stun from a support for bounty. It's like what 65 mana to get
5
2 big slows
seconds
off.
remaining.
So.
Yeah, you like the lane matchup against Void Spirit as well, because Void Spirit's all about being able to trade efficiently with his E, the physical shield that he has, but Void Spirit when he's doing. I think you have to have really good team fight whenever you get bounty. Well, otherwise, the enemy team just kind of like groups up in a ball, and you team fights. You're not fighting pickoffs, so why do you have a bounty hunter?
Yep. Owen, you said before the series that you were gonna pay some extra attention to the mid lane, and
10
obviously
seconds
last
remaining.
game that was a little tricky to do because we saw Charlie in the Lycan mid
5
up against
seconds
Nine's
remaining.
Void Spirit. You're probably hoping that he's gonna be the one playing Void Spirit again, because he did play it very nicely.
He'll be 9 again. Yeah.
Radiant
Would you be
team
happy
back.
to see a Supreme Monkey King versus Void Spirit, or what would you see up against the Void Spirit for Supreme?
I always, whenever you're laning against a Void Spirit, I like someone that's sort of a range lane dominator. I mean, we saw earlier today Lena. Lena was a really solid hero in that matchup. Storm across it in the Lena versus Void Spirit lane. In the past, some of the sort of beefy flash farmers have done a great job. You know, there's heroes that just going to out-farm the Void Spirit, really punish the mid lane as well when Void Spirit's moving to make ganks. So anyone that can sort of put pressure onto the tower seems to be really nice. So they've got a few options. Yeah, if the Monkey King is a mid, I don't think it will. I don't think this Monkey King will be mid. But if it does go mid, I don't think the Monkey King's going to have a very good time.
Remaining.
I think this hero's much better in the safe lane.
Yeah.
Right now. Just because
it's a pretty top tier character.
Incredibly well.
Yeah.
Battlefield, you get a negative 7. It's out of control. Your Ags gives you so many.
You mean all the statues? So many
10
statues.
seconds remaining.
So many things.
5 seconds
They keep it open anyway. I mean, we have seen Supreme play Monkey King one of the games that they had against Team Liquid.
Yeah, that was that weird Charlie IO.
Yes.
And then he was playing Monkey King, and then they had the OD with Nyx Assassin. That was the other combo that they had. Mudgolem's Tundra, rather, is going to ban away that OD from them.
We're seeing Heiko's ban the AA, so maybe more things on the cards.
10 seconds
but
remaining.
Playing Ryo.
Yeah. It's got to be one of those heroes, I would imagine. And more probably just quite good against the Void Spirit mid. I think as long as you're able to, do the maths and make sure that you don't get caught out by the 1-2 of the burst, you're going to be able to out-CS him and punch him pretty hard, pressure him in the lane.
Both games that High Coast picked IO first, they started out banning Ancient Apparitions, so it looks like they are intending
It's going to be one of the two.
the IO to, yeah.
When they were picking IO before, though, they were doing it as like the first pick, though.
They did,
They were always just first
Yeah.
picking it.
It'll be the Grim first.
I mean, this making the Morph game look better now. You go for E-Blade Morph with a Grimstroke in your lineup, it's going to be super strong.
It's pretty nice with Bounty Hunter too, just because you can double attack, double strike, and toss. So makes super straightforward for bounties to do that combo. Kind of like it. And also he's a great, obviously, soft, but for the enemy.
So if you track and they're both tracked and you shuriken toss, they double shuriken toss, but then they
10
also double
seconds
bounce, so you get
Yeah.
4,
Well,
2.
you get
Oh,
two
they
straight
get two.
setbacks.
Because they don't split, it just bounces, right? But you're
Yes.
thrown
Two strikings will hit every person that's tracked.
Yeah.
So, big 600 damage to every...
And a lot of money.
Yeah.
And yeah, potentially a lot of money. I want to give a quick shout out to Lycan here. One of the most picked and banned heroes of the European DPC. And I say picked and banned because it's mostly banned. It's only been picked 3 times and has not.
Oh, wow.
Rough times for the wolf.
Indeed. Well, let's see what's coming on the side of High Coast then, because they're taking their time. They have to fight up against Oracle, so there's a nice save coming out from Tundra Esports.
I still like the Morph, but maybe the Oracle puts them off because they are going to have that protection against whoever's getting gone upon. But I still think it puts their lineup pretty nicely.
You can only save one. If there's a nice link with the Grimstroke,
True.
Kinda.
Well, you got the
It's
edict,
mostly
right?
magic damage
Yeah.
that comes in, right? So Fate's Edict becomes really value. So very often what I would do in this situation is I pop my ultimate on whoever's kind of the front line. And then I would, whoever's a little bit closer to me, I'd Fate's Edict that other guy and start healing him. I think with Chicken Fighters, I didn't want them to pick this safe lane carry right away because I wanted them to still threaten, like, maybe Charlie's going to play the Monkey King, even though it's Supreme. But no, they're just like, okay, we are going to be doing this. Monkey King mid, Ursa, Bloodseeker, like two of the safe cores that work.
You don't think this is going to be
best
Chessie Monkey King? Let's save mid to last.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good idea. I didn't think about.
Jesse has not
Jesse
played. I mean, he has not played one hero double since this league started. He has played 6 different heroes. I wouldn't be surprised to see him out of 7.
It's a really good pick, the Troll. If it is going to be offlane Monkey King with Bounty Hunter, that's blind axes against 2 guys that are all about hitting. So, really solid pick there.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think I think if that was indeed going to be Monkey King, they might have to rethink it.
No, I'm pretty certain they just picked the Monkey King for Supreme right away because, like, when they see this Void Spirit with the Nyx Assassin, I don't think you can really feel comfortable moving that Void Spirit outside of mid anymore. Nine's done a really good job with his Void Spirit. I think it's this hero's preferred lane. So I'm going to go ahead and say they still need the Chessie hero, but anyhow, could be wrong.
I mean, it's because the Troll pick is also really smart because I think one of those heroes that would have been really nice maybe to play on the offlane against the Troll to counter it would have been put Chessie on the Pugna. But I think Pugna is of course kind of hard for Chicken Fighters to pick because there's a Nyx Assassin who's going to kind of screw you pretty big time, and of course there's an Oracle that's going to be saving whoever you go upon. So it really sort of opens the floor for this Troll to come into a game, and of course with AA also being banned out by Chicken Fighters themselves, a lot of arguably the 2 biggest Troll counters, they're just not in the draft. They're not available.
I think they also want a offlaner that's more self-sufficient because this Bounty Hunter, I'm not sure if you could really make sure that Monkey King offlane is going to have a good game, especially since you. So, they need something that makes sure that people can't really leave.
Maybe just put Chessie on the Darkseer again then. Have a Darkseer bounty then. Would you like that? Oh, this is an Oracle. Oracle is kind of nasty. I really do think this draft from Tundra is just really well-rounded because a lot of these things you're thinking about are just everything's sort of got a problem. I don't think there's a very obvious hero that High Coast can really end their draft with it.
Yeah, it seems like Tundra rate the Oracle a little bit higher than most other teams outside of maybe Insania with Liquid because they see a lot of value in the Purge. They were doing very well against the Ember Spirit last game. Here, there's Jingu, there's Track, there's Inkswell that you can purge off as well. It's super value Oracle game.
Viper's pretty nasty. It makes sort of the prospects of both this Monkey King and Ursa, if this is really your mid and carry, very hard to do.
Choose your hero.
They are as well. Enigma for Chessie, probably.
Yep. What are you thinking, Purge?
I think the Enigma is pretty solid here because it gives them kind of overwhelming teamfight advantage. There aren't a huge amount of interruptions on the Mud Golem side. It would basically have to be like what Nyx, Spike Carapace, or Stun, or 9 like Eulzing or Stunning. So once he gets like BKB, Black Hole, going to be in a really good spot. Laning against Troll Warlord, he could be semi-okay. Just sit back and get protected. I like it.
All right, thank you very much. We'll come back to you at the end of the game. Captain Heroes on the board.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't know. I feel like this Bounty Hunter just forces a lot of picks. Tundra's still the better team, so Tundra all the way, 2-0.
Yeah, I got to agree with Cap. I think this is an extremely one-sided draft. I do not like the lineup of High Coast at all. I think this Monkey King and Ursa are going to be useless. You're playing into a Viper that's going to be breaking both of them. You're playing into a Troll that's going to be making both of them miss their attacks. And you're playing into an Oracle that's going to save whoever you go on. I think this is going to be rougher than the first game. This is a straight-out draft from Tundra.
Oof. Rougher than the first game.
No, that is High Coast battling against the odds then. Let's find out if they can prove our panel is wrong or if indeed this will be a quick 2-0. Let's head over to Moxie and Fog.
Well, that's a little rough. What do you think there, Fog? Even Owen doesn't believe in the side of High Coast Esports. What do you think? Can you give us any positive rays of light here?
Prepare for battle.
I was asking JJ for this one too. He can probably hear me now. He might be able to help me out. I was trying to look up Bounty Hunter's win rate across all the regions. I think he's only won 1 game out of like 10 picks. This hero, I feel like this hero has been looking really bad, to be honest with you. I've been seeing people picking in pubs. It looks decent in pubs, but he's just losing every game in officials that I've seen at least.
Well, we might be able to make some moves over here on Supreme as the little donkey wanders his way over, gets rooted into place, and that's going to start it off pretty nice. Viper, of course, getting that first blood. I think the 9 would have liked that a little bit more, but kill secured, right?
Yep, get themselves off to a very good start, and we'll see what they're going to be able to make happen with this Bounty Hunter and with this Ursa, because they do have this kind of snowball potential between them, but I just think they've gotten very, very fully kind of counterpicked and counter-drafted by the side of Tundra and Fada. Just really I think the Tundra draft just looks super solid all around. I feel like I look at High Coast, it's just weird. It's got some points of synergy in it, but it's very single target oriented. And I feel like it's like, Chessie, you know, you're the team fighter. Like, you have to do a lot on this Enigma to make sure that this Monkey King and this Ursa can get out of control. Because I feel like Monkey King and Ursa, they kind of very similar in a way. It's the laning matchups that they want to play against and how they want to play their style. Ursa wants to play a little more around Roche, but yeah, not sure. I just feel like it's a lot of pressure on Chessie.
I'm a little concerned too, because we're talking about how Chessie has all this pressure to be the one who, you know, starts these team fights or really gets into these nice positions. But you have to be very aware of the fact that there is a Nyx assassin who is going to be just hunting you the entire time, because they're smart on the side of Tundra. They know that that's going to be, you know, very, very important to them. Unfortunately, Era is going to miss that courier right there. He's walking past it, but I have a feeling that Chessie's not going to be able to even get some of these black holes off. I think it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I'm feeling very similar about it all. And I did get, so JJ did respond to me, since JJ does much better research than I do with all that. Bounty Hunter is 4 and 10 across all of the regions. 0-4 in Europe and
yeah, I definitely remember seeing a Bounty Hunter at one point during, I can't remember if it was CIS or AEU, and I think they ran it in the mid lane too. Not successful.
I mean, they're going to try this aggro, or this defensive tri-lane to secure Charlie's farm. So Chessie just has to play very passive bottom, play very careful not to lose his Eidolons, not to give too much farm to Skeeter, and they're just going to have to pull the lane Viper. They will be able to successfully get on Tundra. Yeah, they have to accomplish quite a bit here with the Grimstroke Bounty. At least get themselves a kill or something to make this lane actually worth it.
It is such a hard lane to play into too. Just having that Viper there, just period, is so disastrous for an Ursa. Absolutely hates being kited.
Supreme misses the Boundless to get his Jingu stacks up onto 9. That was the 4th hit there that would have given him his charges, so he doesn't have that. And 9's played the lane pretty decently. He got a better block than Supreme, but it is a Monkey King advantageous matchup, so he's still doing just fine.
Top lane, Charlie is not having a great time here. Doing decent with the CS, but I'm sure is very, very annoyed with the fact that 30 constantly going to be all over him here. Looks like we had a bounty rune left over. Man, they're not great about getting all the bounty runes, are they? Second time now.
So this is, now Chessie's just gonna straight jungle, and they're gonna get up an absolute free lane into the Oracle and the Troll Warlord. Yeah. So this is never a good sign when you're giving a free lane. Let's see if they can get any kills top to at least get something out of this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he ticked down quite a bit. It was a nice impale coming out from Viper as they took a little bath and all that nether toxin.
So now I want to see Fada get this pull off. I want to see maybe even him hit, maybe he even hits the level 3, but maybe not even needing, and just go mid. Trolls alone, let Skeeter maximize, and you just go shut down the mid laner. If the Nigger's going to lead the lane, you just go ruin Supreme's game. You can dispel the Jingu, and you'll just be able to set up for kills with 9. So I definitely want to see Fada look to make that happen.
That is a sad monkey
Radiant's
when you
courier
dispel the
has
Jingu.
been killed.
33's courier, though, does get sniped here by Era. Little bit of silver lining here, but this top lane is just not aggressive enough. I'm not seeing enough happening, really.
Not every time they try, Viper's been really good about setting and pushing it back. They're going to try getting you at the angle as well.
All right, this is looking a little bit better for them. 33, though, with all that another time, Fata making his way top. They will end up losing 3. They end up losing 9 in the mid lane, and now Era also falls thanks to Fata making this rotation. What happened in the mid lane?
Tough matchup. He just got Jingu'd up. He just gets boundless.
I guess.
I thought that's why I see Fada make the move over there to at least bail that lane
Right.
out, because it's going to be tough for the voice bit, but he makes the move top. He makes this executive choice to slow down the Ursa a bit. But eyes on him to make... And, I mean, this is a dream. Like, Skeeter is literally just going to have absolute free farm while an Ursa is contested.
That's an absolute nightmare if you're a High Coast fan. You know what happens when this guy gets farmed. He shows up and he just absolutely is a raid boss. He wrecks space. And okay, what do we have here? Oh, we have the mid. There it is. Yeah. So yeah, just Jingu up like you said. Top lane, another nice impale going off over here on Charlie.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Nice glyph there by Supreme, taking advantage of his Jingu with his Arcane onto 9.
A lot of movement here in this top lane. I think they're going to try to punish 33. They don't quite manage to land a stroke of fate, but they'll turn right back around, and they've got the root. This is not looking good for Charlie. It's another hit. 33 will be able to take down the Ursa Bear. Although there's a rotation now coming out from Chassis. 33 will fall, and they get the kill on Zibe.
But this is an Ursa who's getting contested in farm, and as we said, like Skeeter, the world is his oyster of how he really wants to play and farm and choose what item he goes for. He's actually looking to get some bounties, space boots. He's being able to play both of them. So they're getting all 4 bounties now with a great farm troll in this safe lane and a pretty good game for a troll. They're having Supreme is still, of course, doing incredibly well in this mid lane, but huge concern.
I mean, so yeah, Supreme's having a great time in the mid lane, but this Ursa is just not having much game. 17 and 3 currently as compared to 33 and 16 on the troll.
Yeah, and look at his levels too, right? Like he's in a full tri lane. So Charlie, he's actually almost 5, which is better than I thought he'd be doing. Skitter's gonna be hitting 6 any minute now.
Okay, Supreme making his own rotation here. Hoping to get the jump onto Fata. Nice. Impale coming out, though. Can they turn this around? They're able to hold Supreme into place. This is disastrous. He cannot afford to go down here, but he will fall. His one rotation to the top lane. He can't even kill the position 5, Fog.
And now he ruined his good start completely. Now he's gonna be able to catch up. Fiverr actually finds a free courier kill.
Oh, Charlie's courier. Going from bad
gold lead already.
There's the face of someone who is very stressed out.
Wait, did it show me? Because I'm stressed out too.
I'm sorry, Fox. It's all right though. You can go cuddle your cat later on, yeah?
Yeah.
You're nice and cozy at home.
That's true.
Vanished.
So we'll see this. So Era, he's only level 2. He's looking to try to make something happen, and the top lane is broken. Ursa can't lane there. Charlie has to actually move away. Vipers keep threatening even in any type of rotation, which they're not allowed to do this now. All these lanes are breaking.
I must forgive you.
Surprise Fonta didn't just go for kill still there.
I
Could have just easily hit the terrifying lane. Bottom lane though, they're trying to do a little bit of damage here to Skeeter. But I don't think this is a person you want to try to fight.
Yeah, he's level 6. Maybe when the monkey starts to be respawning soon, then they can look to make this aggressive move, because Chessie is about to hit 6. So, okay, maybe they can actually look for Skeeter here as the monkey is respawning. He does, actually, never mind, he has cooldown on TP. He probably can. Maybe they try though.
Try, depends on who has the faster fingers, yeah?
Skeeter did burn a little bit of mana with those axes, so he does not have mana for battle transfer.
I think he's just gonna play a bit safe, right? Like, you know that the Monkey King is back up again. You don't know where he is currently, so kind of hang back, continue to farm. You've had a great laning phase. No reason to do anything risky.
A free laning phase, yeah. Literal free lane. I haven't seen a lane being abandoned like that in a very long time. Not too often. As yep, they're gonna send Supreme back toward top. He's gonna try to slow down this Viper. Has to be careful. Another toxin.
Silence. Another toxin does get dropped, but this is not looking so great. Although the rotation here from Viper, he's ready to just try to protect 33. Looks like he's gonna be absolutely fine now that Fox has made his way up. Nine's here as well. And they're looking to re-engage. Don't have the Impale up for another couple seconds. Bottom lane, Skeeter is just being allowed to do whatever, although Supreme does make his way bottom. So perhaps we will see Black Hole. Charlie tries to run away, gets immediately taunted in by 9. Doesn't have anything to back it up, though. There it is. There's our first Black Hole. And this is looking like they'll finally be able to take down Skeeter.
Tower is under attack.
Much needed kill.
Radiant
They're getting involved too, so he gets that much needed experience. And a good punch back.
He's just having way too free of a time down there. They needed to punish him, but even then, I'm still not sure. He's very far ahead right now.
Regeneration.
Yeah, now it's, I mean, Black Hole's down, and that's pretty much the only thing that's threatening him. And they're looking to make their own moves.
Yep, this is Dead Grimster.
My ink
Bye-bye, Zibit.
pulls your cause.
Poor Zibit, he can't even walk through a lane. Like, there's 2 towers still up, Fog.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
and
tower
the thing is, there's pressure on all fronts right now. Like the Viper, we see 33 was just parking himself top. He's queuing up bots so he can show up to all these fights. I think they're really feeling that they've got this huge momentum. It's going to be kicking off into the mid game very soon. Mid tower getting lower and lower.
Dire's middle
Supreme.
tower is
Tree's
under
getting
attack.
Vision.
He almost got his tree cut. Now they're going to know there's a ward up on that high ground.
It feels odd to me, right? Because the fact that, like, High Coast, hold that thought, Supreme turns himself into a courier here. They're hoping that maybe they could grab this monkey. But it feels like a lot of the times High Coast, their drafts are meant to be very high octane, and they just never get the footing to be able to propel themselves and make these drafts work.
Yeah, and when you set up this, I mean, when you abandon a lane, there's no way you're going to have good footing in the into the first 10-minute mark here. Unless somehow you just smash the other lane. Now Charlie getting surrounded.
Be able to run away here. Not the way you want to use that ultimate for sure.
Now he has to play pretty much in the jungle until that does come back up. Likely to see Viper still continue stalking him as we do hit 10 minutes. So we do have Tomes available, some bounties. We see Era able to take one away from the opposing side.
Double damage here over on 9. He's gonna try to man fight Supreme as the rest of the team makes his way over. Era does get spotted out. They've got the dust as well. But looks like the side of Tundra going to respect this tower, keep their eyes on the prize. Got Fata nearby as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They can't lose this mid tower. And then you see them all setting up to defend this. They've got the Grimstroke at the back. There's a catapult. You see how hard they're forcing this auto-attacking it. And the glyph comes out. They might have to just abandon this one. It's too low for them to defend.
They have to stack it. They have to stack it. I don't know what they do. Like, yeah, you can put your heroes around here, but they can't go toe-to-toe with this. Especially they don't have Black Hole up. They don't have anything to really, you know, hold them in place.
No, in Era, he has gone for the max Kanata build rather than going for the... I've seen it a couple of times, like the max Shuriken. If you don't feel like you can actually walk in and commit. This might be one of those games where I don't feel like you can just walk up and hit people. So this build might actually hurt him a bit in the mid game.
I feel so bad because that's what a bounty hunter wants to do, is just walk up and hit, you know?
Yeah, that's why he's 4 and 10.
Oof.
Not a fan of the hero right now.
Big bird.
I love him in pubs.
Radiant's top tower is under
the
attack.
shard and all that, but I'm just yet to see its full potential in these, at least in the EU and CIS, because we've seen it just fall flat.
All
So
right.
33, Boots of Travel finished, and Viper is 6 now for those Vendetta setups.
Look at this.
He's already seeing Jibbe.
He wants this. He could just take him out pretty much by himself, but he's gonna have a little help from 33. Happily collect that kill on the support era, making his way over here. Needs to be careful. They do have sentry wards over to the side.
Radiant's bottom
Hunt
tower
and Fata
is under
here.
attack. Dire's top tower is under
One.
attack.
In fact, he knows he can. Boots of Travel picked up now for the Viper.
Top, it looks like they were trying to set something up, a triple TP right behind the tree to try to go for this troll. Rin's gonna give information with Era.
No idea right now. Careful. Doesn't have anyone really nearby to help either. Down. Skeeter throwing out those axes will slow him down. Balance connect. Might have to get off that ultimate, and he does. He manages to get it off just in the nick of time. He'll turn right back, trying to get the Black Holes over on the side. But where's everybody else? Where's their damage? It's not there. Aaron goes down. Peter is absolutely
No
fine.
reason
Look
to
how happy
risk
his faces are over there.
Radiant's middle tower is
I mean,
under attack.
it was picture perfect, literal perfect momentum for him to get his false promise off. The black hole didn't hold him off long enough. An instant tip comes out from Fata. Huge win again from Tundra, and that was their black hole and their Wukongs to kind of bring them back. Now they're gonna have what, 2.5 minutes of downtime without it. Devastating.
Gosh,
Yeah,
that was
look
so
how low he
close
is.
too. If Fata had just taken a little bit more damage, he wouldn't have been able
Dire's
to save
top
him there.
tower is under attack.
All smiles all around here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, this
Radiant
Oracle,
structures
this
are
hero,
fortified.
especially in the hands of
Dire's
someone who
top tower
understands
is
it, like
under attack.
Fata or Insania.
Yeah, just strong draft and strong connections. You know, playing around Peter. When they see he's in trouble, they all just rainbow TP to protect him, as they know he is the hard carry. And they get another free kill. Arrow.
Try to go, just purge this off as the rest of the team. And again, like we said, they are just squatting up here. Back up a little bit. They use the Soulbind, but that's okay, cool. They're fine hanging out together. I'm pretty sure Viber and 33 have been making moves across the map together this entire time. What's another couple seconds where they're being together?
Yeah, these two have done a great job. Fiverr in particular, he's 109, 10 of the 13 kills, just always turning up perfectly with his stuns. Always at the right place at the right time. As Chessie, he had the blink initially queued up, but now looking to go for that BKB. And they still do have Charlie getting an okay pace on his Battle Fury. He's about 800 gold away or so, 700 now. But it's feeling very concerning. I mean, Nine's getting this absolute free game on the Void Spirits. All three cores just chilling and farming, and they have very good counters. At least just the Nyx Assassin versus the Enigma until that BKB. But I think for High Coast, they have to just play the farm game. I feel like if they look to make any aggressive moves, they're going to be under vision of this Nyx Assassin or wards. Era just has to be this information getter.
I feel like they're not allowed to just do the farming game though, because I feel like the way that Tundra is playing is hyper aggressive. You know, that high octane that we talked about earlier. Look at Peter versus Charlie. Look at that difference.
I'm worth so much more.
They have to be set up though with like observers and sentries on all of these the cliffs where you're walking up, and just protect the triangle for the time being, and just like I said, get this, like I said, get the Enigma BKB in particular is probably the biggest one, so that he can actually just look to be in all these fights. There's no way for him to cancel.
He's got to make sure too that he's. I understood what happened with that black hole in the last fight. He saw 33, he saw Fata, and he figured, you know, let's just hold him off of the fight. Let's make sure that this Orc doesn't get off the ultimate. Let's make sure 33 can't just be hiding around all the time. But like that was the part that didn't have enough damage at that time, and because he didn't have that, it felt like a wasted blast ball. They still lost her. They still died. Look at this over here in the mid lane. They've just been hunting nonstop. 9 and Viber just shredding this Monkey King into pieces, rooting him into place. Down goes Supreme. Zip is here, but what can he hope to do? Is Era now over on the high ground. 9 is doing a bit of hunting. Does get silenced up. He's got Manta though. We'll be able to draw him right back in again. That's gonna be a dead support. Double kill now for 9.
Is under attack.
Easy illusion rune, easy kills, easy chase, and now they see Chessie bottom. Might be also threatening for him. They're all collapsing. I mean, they're making it look easy, just 1-by-1 kills every time they are trying to look for this farm. Viber, he's finding them with 9.
Radiant are scanning.
Throw the scan down bottom.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah? I don't know, Tessa's gotta be really careful.
He wants to try for a kill, it looks like. This is really bold.
I mean, you can see where pretty much everybody is right now, at least on the side of Tundra, so realize that 33 is scary, especially when he's by the tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
Those Power Ranger TPs like we talked about.
Yeah. Especially with that one of their big damage dealers. I mean, Enigma, of course, he deals good damage. Close to Black Hole, but they don't have the MK the Ursa or even the Grimstroke for some damage, so they won't go. And Tundra. Press in the mid lane, look for any types of fights. Anyone they can find is a pretty free kill. And they're just getting so much more out of the map. 5k gold lead, getting closer and closer to 2 big items, double Aghanims, Troll as well, the Void Spirit getting near that.
Difficult for High Coast. Like, look at this.
Every time.
Right there, just immediately drawing back. They do spot Supreme over on the high ground as well. Era is looking very unhealthy as he's going to fall to 9. Viber waiting patiently, finds the Impale over on the Grimstroke, realizes that he's going to be the easier kill here. Why not just get something nice, quick, and easy? And down goes Zippy. Viper gets the kill.
This is totally out of hand.
Yep.
And as I said in the beginning, as I feel like it was going to be, it's all the pressure on Chesty, right? Like this Enigma has to get the perfect and dream black holes to get his team back in the game.
And he's got to have everyone alive. Like, that's the other problem, is that they're constantly getting picked up. If you manage to get that BKB online, the problem is he's just got to be so picture perfect with these initiations. Because if there's no Ursa, if there's no Monkey King, or if they're just a little bit too far away, they can't get over there. It's not going to be enough to kill these guys.
And it has to catch the proper targets, right? Like if the Oracle's not caught in it and it's only 1 or 2 heroes in it, the Oracle might be able to save one and then they might just turn the fight anyway, even if a black hole does kick off. And a lot of the times too, it's just initiation. Sure, you pop your BKB and you're this threat for that black hole, but initiation is just so much better on the side of Tundra. Like this Void Spirit just jumps into the back lines, easy ways to initiate. Same thing for Viper. And like we said, he already has almost Aghanims, so it's Grimstroke. This Enigma in the back line's easily gonna get sandwiched on.
And there's no way that Fata's gonna be close. Like, you know that this guy plays a lot of Oracle. His positioning should be very, very good. So unless somehow like they pick him up before the fight and then they decide that they want to go and commit on like you know the full black hole, it's just gonna be too difficult. Complete Active Scepter now for Troll. That Monkey King poked around a bit. They're gonna try to make moves on Peter here. Really working out, coming out stunned up with the Inks. Well, can they burst them down fast enough? He's gonna have to get that silence out. Oh no, but here's Fata. Turns right back around again. Let's get bashed up here. Gonna try to fight through. Does have that remote command, and he's gonna strike it. There's one feeling that's possible over here on the screen. The Dragon dodge tries to duck away a little bit. Eventually, though, they do manage to get a take down. Charlie getting exposition into a nice black hole. They've got the BKB, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Although, can they finish him off? They just don't have enough damage. They managed to take him down once, but they can't take him down a second time. Also getting chased after Charlie, though. Gets taken down by 9, and now Chesty running for his life. He's already pushed all of his buttons, though. He is an absolute goner.
Radiant are
okay, they're even throwing the scan, looking for Era, who's trying to get some bounty runes for the team. 33.
Get done. Oh no, Era. Cool guys don't even look at explosions. They don't even bother to click. They know he's dead.
Just such quick collapse. As soon as they see Skeeter in trouble, they get there, and there's just not enough damage. The black hole's actually pretty decent at catching him after the Aegis, but too much is lost already at that point. And 11,000 gold lead already. 12,000 plus experience lead too.
They're taking a spank in this side of High Coast. All right, maybe they can take down the next battle. That would be a nice consolation prize, a little something. They're getting the final hit off, but I mean, you don't have any black hole to worry about for quite a while now. Look how bold they are here. Zibbing.
Life.
Can't do anything, right? It's just a hunter, and they're gonna walk right into Skeeter over here, gets him rooted up. Down goes Era. Who else would like to be a tribute here for the side of Tundra? Because they're taking applications. 9. Cracked up. Knows the Supreme's here.
Dire's middle tower.
Maybe he could try to grab him, but this monkey's just a little bit too fast.
9's just chasing and cutting trees down the whole time when he's jumping, trying to maybe get lucky if he gets the right tree. Viper immediately keeping it top as they see Supreme jumping over there. 9's already on the way too. Viper gets this catch.
This is their jungle. He's not allowed to do this. Fine.
Dire's bottom tower.
Like they're gonna be able to grab him though. The blink though away here. Fata. I like that item for him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Supreme, is he gonna jump down? Yep. He realizes I'm not showing on the map.
Viper's gonna wait on the next wave. That would be the big brain play.
Spidey sense. Look at this movement though.
33 setting up.
I wanna, yeah, let's all eyes on this.
Is he gonna get the Carapace on the jump?
Here he goes. Doesn't get it right on the jump, but does manage to go stun him up. Another toxin, 33.
This isn't the end.
Perfect. Flying pressure still on all fronts too, with Fata and Skeeter in the enemy triangle. Just shows how much of a commanding lead that they really just have. They can do anything they want on the map, threaten all 3 lanes.
No place is safe.
No.
No place is safe. The second that you think you're safe, you know, you saw that Monkey King thinking that he was perfectly. Oh, Chesty. BKBs to run away. That is big oof. Is that even worth it at this point, honestly, Fog?
Agents of the Void.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to find any types of hope
Yeah.
for Dire. I'm not seeing pretty much anything. Viper just hard counters their two cores. He just drops Nether Talks in the fights and they don't do any
bottom
damage.
tower has fallen.
And we've seen that like 2 times now, but even before that, they've just dominated the whole game.
Well, now I'm just really concerned because you don't have the BKB for the black hole. So if they decide to go for a push right now, they have ways of just canceling out this Enigma. He can't do anything. And that
They're gonna smoke into them though.
That's a very risky and optimistic play. But you know what? Sometimes your back's against the wall. All right, Dust immediately pops. Charlie doesn't have Dust on him though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dagger getting picked up on Enigma, so that'll be a little bit better. But again, there's so much stress on Chessie to land this perfect black hole.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I don't know if they have the damage.
Dire's
If
middle
Nether
tower
Toxin,
is under
if Viper
attack.
drops Nether Toxin on the black hole, I don't think they can kill the targets that are on
Dire's
it.
middle tower has fallen.
The Ursa and Monkey King are going to be heavily negated because of it. And Tundra, they're all set up here on the high ground too. Chessie, all eyes on him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Basher got picked up on the Void Spirit.
Oh, so he's going for Abyssal. So then they have a BKB piercing disable for the Enigma, so they'll have that later on.
Self does get tracked up, have 9 behind him. Hunting. And they have a sentry, so they might be able to pick him off, but I don't know. It's still pretty scary. Yeah, they know now that there's a ward over there, so Nine's just gonna back off. And they're just gonna wait patiently as their troll continues to farm.
Continues to get absolutely enormous. And the build that we've been seeing a couple of times now, he's queued up the heart after that SNY Ags Maelstrom. Just tank up. That HP regen is pretty ridiculous. Works really well with Oracle too. As Era tries to get outside of the base, he will be able to. His team though, on the southern side, are spotted. Vipers are already TPing and they're starting to surround.
Mata here. Nine making his approach from the low ground. Step forward. Looks like it's going to be the Grim's Grove. He's going to be the sacrifice.
Truly end here.
Side of High Coast, hoping that they can run away fast. And Viper, though, he's finding Chessie. He's going to cancel out that TP. Follow up with an Impale. Rest of the team is hot on his heels now. They don't want to have to deal with this Enigma. And one more hit. Down he goes.
And
top lane, Era. Oh, Era, he was trying to do whatever he could, just trying to push out the waves. Looks like he's going to survive this, but he took a lot of damage during all of that. There's a courier running for its life. It only has a teleport scroll, but it was going right to Charlie. Imagine if they had realized that.
If they noticed it first, maybe Nine could have actually found him, but I mean, damage is still continuing to be done. 18,000 gold lead, rising up to 20,000 experience lead. And we said all the pressure on this poor Enigma, and even then it's starting to look like it's getting out of hand for him too. To even try to find the opportunities. I mean, they're just going back, getting these next few items to be able to counter it too.
That's
the Abyssal later on.
That's at the 27-minute mark too. We'll have some more neutral items, so why not just back, relax. Farm up some jungle creeps if you're side of Tundra. If you get lucky and you know, maybe then you can go for a little. Just wait for the Roche and what.
Yeah, the only threat is that black hole right now. They do have a BKB finished up now on Charlie too. So Dream is getting close to it.
All right. Oh, they're looking for it. They do manage to get the black hole onto the troll. Can they finish them up fast enough? They'll be able to take down Viper, but again, Fata just being able to keep his cores alive the entire time here. Gonna force it back. Nine finds a kill on some creep, so there is no longer a monkey sitting down. And now Charlie, oh, Charlie, he's just surrounded by so many unfriendly faces. Fata now trying to buy himself a little bit more time, trying to stay alive here as they turn right back around again. Triple kill here for Nine. Era trying to run for his life, trying to get a little bit of money before he goes to. And this is not looking great. Nine doesn't have much mana left here, but he is gonna just go into a couple of these dashes, and it is Peter who takes the final hit. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? Like, they got this black hole up. The only person they didn't grab, of course, is Fata, because he has that save, but they didn't have enough damage to burst everyone down.
No, they need it perfect. They need everybody around at the same time as that black hole. So, and I thought they were actually going to perhaps GG at that point, because it's really looking... It's just looking impossible. It's looking even harder now. Skeeter's he literally has a heart now. So they couldn't kill him before that. He's going to have a heart on top. And and the solutions that Tundra has are now just, it's overwhelming. They have the solution, and then they have even more on top of it now.
Roach is going to go down pretty clean. I'm sure that's going to be the time to signal it's go time into that base. So, rest of the team, though, on the side of Tundra, farming up, working toward getting that Abyssal Blade over on 9. Not a super common item that you see in Void Spirit, but this game, exactly what they needed. Solution, right? Just in case, a little bit of insurance is never a bad thing. I like he's going for the rapier. It's not looking great though for Charlie. Again, he's slowed down. He's got the Viper Strike on him. He's gonna have to BKB out. And he almost doesn't even make it, as now Chessie forced to run away from 9. He's just gonna die. No Abyssal Blade required.
Your life was a flash.
678 gold when you're 24,000 in the lead? What the? Some of these kill bounties.
There it is. There's the Abyssal completed.
Now the Enigma can't even get the successful Black Hole as 9. With level 21, he's got this crazy Astral Step, also the range 1100. Will always be able to get in position to cancel it. And Skeeter with the heart up to the high ground.
Structures are fortified.
How do you get him to go away? Because he's knocking on this door. He's not even knocking on the door. Let's be really honest. He's just battering, ramming on it. Oh, on the other side. Oh no, Charlie's rooted into place.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Back off a little bit. Going forward though with that Viper Strike. Drops another toxin. Will be close together over onto the side. But Charlie trying to run away from the
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Dream drops it very far into the base. They're very happy with that here, the side of Tundra. Don't have to worry about it any longer. Just keep encouraging off any of these tracks or whatnot.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Haven't being tossed out, they're hoping. They grab one. Yeah, look at Era on the back lines. Like, they just don't even care. They're like, okay, keep poking at us. You can't do enough. All right, Viper says this is kind of annoying. I would like that to stop. This is the intel at the very least, but nice. The Black Hole coming out though from Chessie. Can they do enough damage? Yes, they'll be able to take that Viper, but again, Fox is just perfect positioning. He's gonna be able to go, keep him alive. If it gets taken out, Viper's gonna find out here. Finds that to the Zippy. Over on the side of Peter, he does too much damage as he goes. He slices down Charlie, chases after Chessie. The GG gets called. They have had enough. They're getting a triple kill before all of this is done.
Real crisp game coming out from Tundra. Even at the end there, we see beautiful teamwork of the false promises on the Void Spirit. I don't know if we caught this one on the camera, but he jumps up to the high ground and they passed off over the cheese during it from the Viper, just in case, you know, just some insult to injury and all that. Heals him up to full, and yeah, just, I mean, perfect gameplay. Perfect draft, both games, and just really
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
bass. Might run up on these niggas for this time. Load the fuck up, nigga. Load the fuck up, nigga.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm freaking out, 'cause I heard that you were back in town. All made up, damn girl, look at you now. Don't wanna waste another minute of tonight. Your silhouette, the shape of you, I just can't forget. I'll make my move after this cigarette. Another chance and we can try to reignite. Now I can't breathe. I know that we can make it. Give me your heart. I promise that I won't break it. Just wanna hold on tonight. Look in my eyes, let me inside. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night. Lights turn low. Got me buzzing in your neon glow. Pull you closer now, we're moving slow. I'm not asking for forever, just tonight. Now I can't breathe. I know that we can make it. Give me your heart. I promise that I won't break it. Just wanna hold on tonight. Look in my eyes, let me inside. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night. Now I can't breathe. I know that we can make it. Give me your heart. I promise that I won't break it. Just wanna hold on tonight. Look in my eyes, let me inside. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night. Just for the night.
New shit, nigga. Yeah. I spin a block with a S, can't hit a verse time.